what's up? I guess I'm by myself. Well, somebody else is here. How's everybody doing? The other person. It's Wednesday. I don't expect a whole lot on Wednesday. People come wandering in. It's been a crazy 2 weeks, so I'm hoping some people realize I'm still alive. But they know I am. I hope everybody's good. I hope you're good, whoever you are. And I'm going to get settled in here and see who all shows. Looks like I got something on my screen. It's annoying. That was annoying. And other than that, you got to wander around in the world of encounters. Some of my own, some others. And see what goes down. Yeah. I thank those who are sneaking in. And I'm sure once the word gets out that I'm live, and if nobody shows, another day goes by. No skin off my butt. I miss you guys. It's been crazy. I can go up to 3 or 4 now. I know I'm one of them, so I am in YouTube too. And I hope you 3 are having a good night. I keep saying that until somebody responds. That's all right. I don't know who was all streaming. DA was streaming tonight. I like that guys. Those guys. I go over and watch them. Ryan was with him tonight. They were pretty good. They were talking about the Rougarou. The Rougarou. I don't know who else streams. I don't know if Dave streamed tonight or any of the other guys. I usually don't look. I'm going to start looking from now on. That's all right. I don't like treading on other people. And we're just a casual show anyways on these midnights. Though I'm thinking about starting earlier again. Because weeknights are hard. I mean, you got to get up in the morning and then I go quite a bit. But yeah. So remember to give some likes and we appreciate it. And leave something in chat when you leave. I mean, in comments, I should say. I appreciate it. And once some people come rolling in, I'll get to talking a little more. Usually I let chat come in and talk to each other and say hi to each other. And it gives me a chance to kind of settle in for the night. Usually I'm running around up, probably most of the time up until stream, but a chance to relax a little bit before stream. So, hey, Shelly, how you doing there, dear? Thank you for saying hi. How you doing? I saw you over in Tuesday talk when I was in there. I didn't get to say much because I was in a doctor's office where my dad was at the eye doctor's. So just getting that routine checkup. New England, what's up, bud? It's your pet? No, it's not past my bedtime. I don't have a bedtime. Man, I never did. That's my family. Sometimes I don't even know what sleep is. No, I'm actually doing a lot better now. I sleep probably about an average now about 2 hours, maybe 2.5. A lot of times it's not until like really early in the morning. But I'm sleeping better, and that's always a good thing. My internet's flinking out, so folks, I get a little jittery, let me know. Looks good so far. But yeah. I've been trying to go to bed earlier, but I end up waking up 20 times because of other issues. It's probably past your bedtime. My dad's been in bed since then. Watches wrestling and goes to bed. And he didn't watch tonight. He said he thought it was a rerun. So he was in bed kind of early. Oh, I know I'm fine. I'm here to have fun anyways. I hope everybody's having a good week so far. I'm hoping Edna comes in. So say her name 3 times, maybe she'll show up. Anybody else? Mike shows up. He's probably no, Mike's at work. Unless he stops in while he's working. And see who Latra will probably pop in. Anybody else? it's a pretty calm night. I like Wednesday nights because now I know I'm going to at least be off by 2. Saturday nights, I don't care. If we're on until late in the morning, early in the morning, I'm good with that. Sometimes. Hey, Ron, how you doing? I hope you are well. I'm sorry, my ears. Yeah, we're just hanging. I'm just letting people come in, get saying hi to each other, and playing the night out. See what happens. I do plan on telling some encounters, mine and a couple other people's. We'll see how far we get into them. I try to spread them out a little bit. It makes it sound like I have one encounter almost every day, but I didn't. But I've had my share. Hey, Chris, how you doing, sir? I need to get a hold of you. I got you written down, so you may be getting a call from me or a text from me soon, sir. How you feeling? Any better? I hope. At least you're home. You're still home, right? I know it's like to come home and end up coming back. I haven't been able to do nothing, man. I'm trying to get ready for Para-Unity. So, folks, if you're in Jersey, it's going to be, I believe, in November. What's that? Let me pull up the calendar here. It's at the end of October. Oh, go back. I think it's the 5th and the 6th of November. Wait. No, 2nd and the 3rd of November, if I got that right. Yes, the 2nd and 3rd of November is when Para-Unity. Now, some of you people in the area can come. It's pretty cool. I enjoyed last time. I had a kind of rough day on the Saturday, but I had a good time. It was fun. And then schedules this week, I believe she's got listener encounters coming out at 11 on Monday. Feeling blah. Yeah, I figured. It sucks. I know the story, dude. Well, hopefully I can send something away to have you some fun. But yeah, Monday she's got listener encounters coming out at 11. And then Tuesday talk. All 3 of us will be here. Gemma, me, and Ryan at 1:00 p.m. Eastern time. And then I'll be here Wednesday night. And with me going back to having Tuesdays, I don't know if I'll bring Wednesday nights a little earlier or just keep them. I'm usually done by 2:00 anyways, between 1:30 and 2 anyways. So only because I get up in the morning now. And then I let Saturday go. See, I just play Saturday nights as late as we want to go. Sometimes we stop early, sometimes we don't after Gemma's replay. And then tomorrow is Miss Pixie. So Miss Pixie will be here at 8:00 tomorrow night. And then Gemma and me on Friday for Oracle. So I should say Gemma Hour. And then me on Saturday night for Gemma's replays. Then Monday she has a listener encounters video coming out. Should be good. I love those. And then Tuesday talk. And then it starts all over again without Pixie on Thursday. Thursday, I like to keep those nights free. Friday's a long night sometimes. And she's been hanging out. And she enjoys rapping with you guys on Friday nights. So waiting to watch Agatha along join Tulsa King. Tulsa King is great. Power of the Rings and Agatha. I probably won't watch. Heard your verse, Shirley, when you were talking with Paranormal Paul. Oh, cool. You were talking. You on Paranormal Paul, Shirley? That's cool. I used to call in when Sean G from Chasing the Truth. I used to call in and talk to him live on air on the phone. And actually, that's when I first started talking, really being honest about my encounters. I'm good, sir. I'm good. I'm going to give it a little time like I always do, about a half hour or so. Probably about 12:30, I'll go to, if not sooner, go to telling encounters. But I'm good. I'm good. It's been a good week so far. I'm getting stuff done. A little slow here and there. But I got to keep up with the old man. I don't go by others' opinions. I usually don't either, Chris. Just not really. They were just not really up my alley. Just that's a lot of it. I am excited for the cartoon that's coming out, the Lord of the Ring cartoon that should be out soon. I'm kind of excited about that because it's animation. But yeah, I'm not picky. It's so indulged in so many other things. It's hard to watch shows anymore. I mean, I'm still catching up on other stuff. I was surprised I was able for Monarch. Of course, I'm going to get through Monarch. It's Godzilla. It's monster. It's kaijus. It's the big guys. But everything else, I just kind of go through them when I can. I'm so far behind on some of the anime stuff that I watch. I'm still trying to catch up with them. And then my son, well, everybody, what he watches, pretty much what you watch and everybody else watch. So I try to keep up. Yeah, now I am excited about Salem's Lot. I'm hoping it'll be good. I'm thinking it should be decent. So, I mean, you're not going to be able to really touch the original, but it should be good. I'm ready. I'm excited for it. I actually sent Gemma the poster that was running around on Facebook. I sent it to her. She got all excited. So I know she's going to watch it. I know she still watches Interview with the Vampire. So she's hooked on that show. But then again, she likes vampires. So it's right up her alley. Oh, really? Well, that's cool, Ron. That's cool. That's cool. And you guys, I will say, some of you guys get out and get about. I wish, if it weren't for that, I would be going back to what I was doing when I was younger. A lot of stuff that happened to me and was sneaking out in the middle of the night, driving around for days. We'd book, I had friends, mom and dad trusted me, so I'd go stay at friends for the weekend and work. And some days we just blew up. Well, we didn't blow up work. We just finagled schedule around so we could go run around all weekend. The Watchers were good. I've heard a couple of people say that. I do want to watch that one. Whatever you don't do, don't watch that Discipline. Deliverance, I'm sorry. That don't want. It's not. No, it's bad. And I'm not talking in a. It's a horrible movie. It's it's a kind of an evil movie, man. There's a lot of undertones on it that creep you out. But other than that, yeah. I've had a couple of people tell me to watch The Watchers. I got my dad to watch Antlers. Man, he loved that movie. He's like, "This is pretty good." I go, "That's a Wendigo for you. It's good. It's pretty good. I like that movie." And Watchers should be good. There's a couple of my way. I haven't gone to go see Aliens. I want to see it in the theater, but I haven't had time. I want to go see Aliens. Can't wait for the two new Predators. I'm excited for those. So that should be interesting. Ron Paul did little editing on a video I took. He found 4 or 5 black objects and wow. Way cool. Okay. Kind of like what I had fly in front of me that one night. It sucked. It was a movie about the demon house. Really? Are you serious? I heard good things and bad things. Which one? Wait. Did I miss something? Now I've seen the one about the demon house. That one sucked. I didn't even finish it. I walked away from it. I thought The Watchers. Yeah. Okay. the northmost point in the U.S., which can only be accessed by crossing the border through Canada. Only 4 people live there. Got Canadian area code. Oh, wow. 4 people. That's the best community you could have. 4 people. And they're probably all serial killers. No, just kidding. Just kidding. Yeah, I know she does. Yeah, she does. I know she does. I'm going to tell you the same thing. Shelley's, in a good way, is a very interesting person. She's coming into some, she's owning up to what she can see and do now. So, especially see. She's a lot like me in ways that she don't even know. It's just all how people react to it. But yeah, Edna. I was kind of hoping because I know you like coming in for my stories. That's the house Zach bought. Yeah, I know. So this one, yeah, I remember that years ago. Then I watched a totally different movie. Because I've seen that one with I've seen all the ones he did about the house. This Deliverance was a whole different thing. Yeah, he had it demolished. Yeah, I know he did. This is flat ground now. Yeah, the house used to look like an upside down cross, right? Is that the difference? No, that's the same house, right? Do you know about? Not sure the rest. Supposed to ask you something about. I'm not sure what it is yet. No, it's about the black family who lived in the. Oh, before it. Okay. This one I saw was totally different. At first, I thought it was. When I first saw it, I thought it was Deliverance, with Bert and all them, and I'm like, this is not Deliverance, because it was like it just all I had was Deliverance. I turned it on. I'm like, nope, this is not it. It was kind of creepy, Exorcist kind of like movie. This is not what I saw, and I watched it. I think it was on Tubi. Now, I don't know any of the actors. That's the thing. I didn't know any of the actors in it. They were all no names. So I had maybe it was some B movie I watched. I mean, it wasn't bad. It was just kind of dark, really satanic. I think I watched probably about 20 minutes of it before I turned it off and said, this is too weird for me. So it is not the same movie that everybody's talking about. I'm going to go look at that one now. So that one's about Zach's house, and I've probably seen most of the footage in it. Right? What the I thought that's what everybody's talking about, because I know that you're talking about the one on Netflix, right? Mike, are you at work, Mike? Are you hiding somewhere from work? So is that Chris? Is that the one that's on Netflix? Deliverance on Netflix is the one about his house, about the house. Wait, talking about this one. Let me check. Okay, yeah, that's the one about the house. No, that's not the one I watched. No, because I would have known Glenn Close and all that. No, this was a different movie. I bet I watched some crazy beat. You know they do that. It was on Tubi because everybody says, "Oh, it's on Netflix," but I knew the one on Netflix. I kind of knew what it was about, so it is what I thought it was. So they actually made a movie about that. Okay, I thought it was about the house, not the people in the house, like an actual movie. The one I watched was on Tubi, and it was creepy. I mean, it got pretty satanic about 20 minutes in, and there was some weird stuff going on. I was like, I can't believe this is on Tubi. I turned it off. It creeped me out. I mean, it creeped me out enough to say it. I shouldn't be watching this. This is not good kind of vibe. Huh, okay. Well, at least I'm not a fool. So I was right about the one on Netflix. It is about the house, but it's an actual movie about the people that lived there before. Okay. I figured it was just another documentary. I really did. Yeah, I know it is. But sometimes I find good stuff on there. So, and it carries a lot of my full moon pictures on there that I like to go back and watch. Wishland. Ron is going to be odd slaves. Have you investigated or been in a range? Which land? Ron's been all over the place. Ron's a pretty active guy. Keely, Mikey Mike. Mike, are you hiding again from work? I'm at work. It is a 30-minute run. So you're in the car or you're at work now? And you're just hiding. That's funny. You'll just be safe if you're still driving. I know, I figured you were at work. Usually. Oh. Yeah, I'm going to tell a story here in a little bit. I'm just trying to give, just because I know some people don't come in till almost like 12:30. So I try to give it till 12:30. And then I'll start talking. Yeah, I'm at work until, I know you are. 2:30. Yeah. You're working the hours out that I used to love, actually. That's nice to have that Friday, Saturday, and Sunday off. Oh, baby. It always makes it fun. Have you ever investigated a zoo? Oh, that'd be interesting. That would be very interesting to investigate a zoo. It's a good place because there's a lot of energy there, not only from the animal, but from the people that come and go and work there. I know one thing, I have a hard time going to places like that now. I see too much. And it's been crazy ever since, where it got started getting crazy after 2012. But after my last incident, it's really been nuts. And then I had like 3 months. I didn't want to look at anybody because it seemed like everybody was looking at me had something following them. I don't know. This is weird. Life is weird, Shelly. Don't worry about it. So, Neil England, did you go to bed? It's too early. It's too late for him. I don't blame him. Some people go to bed. I wish I could sleep like that. I've done a couple times up here across the border. Rock is going to play Jack Burton in The Big Trouble. I heard. I probably won't watch it. I own the original. I'd still watch it to this day. I just don't. I wonder what Kurt would say about that. I wonder what he would say if he heard that Rock was playing. Well, what he said when he heard. I'm sure he knows by now. Every girl shirt. Yeah, not tonight. I'm casual tonight. Wednesdays and sometimes Tuesday, but Wednesdays and Saturday nights, you're lucky if I'm not in my pajamas. And believe me, there's been many times I've thought of it. But yeah, I don't. No. They're going to do Rock like they've done with so many of these guys. They're going to push them into the ground and they're going to be able to do nothing because everybody will be sick of them. I'll be weird. I'll be you're not wearing pants. Actually, I do have sweats on. I've been working all night running around the house trying to get stuff down. But yeah, most of the time, if I know I'm going to be sitting here for a while, I'm pretty comfortable. Let's just put it that way. I move too much. See, it doesn't look like I move a whole lot here, and sometimes I do freeze. It's like my body just locks up real quick. But my legs are going like 1,000 miles a minute. Try to convert the energy in other ways so you guys don't see me doing this. I will do that if I don't pay attention. I'm not. A lot of people probably not now. I had release. What? Okay. Yeah, just hey, there he is. I knew he'd come in here. Lutro, hey, what's up, dude? Try not to be too loud, but my ears are a little clogged. So if I get loud, just let me know. He'll let me know too. So, are you going back there to see them? Don't ask. I don't know what that means. Shelly. Yeah, I think Gemma's going to have a guest on, maybe this Tuesday. So that'll be good. Monty Python Wed. It's been a while, Chris. I have to come back. I miss some of those. I used to watch that on PBS all the time. No plans of going back. Yeah, I want to get to a point. I'm looking at campers, and when he goes, I'm not going to be living in a camper. I have a place to live, but I'm going to do a lot of traveling. I want to go back to some of the places that I've had encounters and met interesting people. I mean, there's places I don't even remember the names. Yeah, Ron. Shelly's got a lot going on, to be quite honest. She was triggered actually one night during oracles with me and Gemma, and all kinds of weird stuff happened that night. It's just like she flipped the switch on or something, and she's been cranking ever since. So yeah, Shelly's kind of special. Forgive the crunching. I've limited my smoking because the new medicine I'm on. And I'm hoping to be completely off of them soon. I'll probably have one while we're here. I'll probably smoke one before we start talking. Before I start telling stories or encounters. But yeah, I'm getting ready to do that. I'm trying to give it. It's about 12:30 now. So, and I want to say hello to all the people that are watching, all you folks that just came in. I'm going to get into it here in a little bit. I usually try to give it to about 12:30 or so, let some more people come in. I know there's people that kind of wander in. I always try to wait for Edna, and there's Ryan, that Wendy Walker guy. And I am jerking big time. Why am I doing that? Pretty bad. Wow, what's going on here? I may have to leave YouTube and start over again. Go. See what happens. Sometimes it helps. There we go. There we go. Much better. Wendy Walker. It's Wendy Walker. I was there for a while, Ryan. I was listening, working. I ghost those guys quite a bit, actually, dude. Since that night I went in and watched you that one night. So I do kind of watch about an hour of them before I stream. Or unless they're talking about something I'm really not into. But yeah. They do get good conversation going, and they have a little fun at it too. I love their knives and hatchet and their blade commercials. Hey Barry, how you doing? Long time no see. I hope you're well. I hope you are well. Gemma's not with me tonight, but she'll be here Friday night, so make sure you come in and see her in oracles. Pixie will be here tomorrow night, folks that didn't know. So 8 o'clock tomorrow night, Pixie. She won't be here next weekend, every other week. So next Thursday will be a quiet night. Yeah, I keep asking Ryan that too. Yeah, man. Not going to stay long. And you're a big baby. You got to stay. No, you're good. And then Tuesday, he's going to be here. Actually, Ryan, while you're still here, I think Gemma's got a guest for us Tuesday. I have to confirm, but I believe she said this Tuesday she's going to have a psychic call. I got to confirm that. I meant to say something when we were talking earlier, and I forgot. Oh. So we may actually have a guest Tuesday. So this will be interesting. Yeah, a psychic. Actually, she's had contact with her a couple of times, and she really wanted to do her show. So Gemma said, I'm pretty sure it's this Tuesday. So yeah, we may have a guest. So this will be a good show. Yeah. So yeah, okay. So line up. I'll probably stop here about 1:30, 2 o'clock. Tomorrow night, Pixie at 8 for those coming in. Please join her. She's always good to kind of chill up the night away, the beginning of the evening, 8 o'clock. 8 o'clock ET time here. I don't know. She's like 3 hours behind, I think. 2 hours behind. Then Friday night, Gemma for oracles. Just please try to get your names on the list by at least 9:30. I mean, she's been taking people, but we do that in case she decides she needs to get off early for her son. So, but she'll be here at 7 Friday night. We've been starting between 7 and 7:15. So I always tell people to show up early. And she told you guys Tuesday, sometimes it doesn't hurt. If you stop in during the day, if I see it, I'll write you down. Sometimes I don't even look until like 3 or 4 o'clock. But if you're in chat, I'll write your name down. So, that means that I'm going to call you first to watch for you when we come open up for the night. Then you'll be one of the first ones. And of course, I always try to get the new people in. So we had a lot of new people in last week. So I had to really do some juggling to try to be fair to everybody. So just be patient with her. You know how she likes she's got the gift of gab. So, and then I'll be here Saturday night at midnight for Gemma's replay. She's got a really good listeners encounters coming out Monday at 11. And then we'll be here Tuesday, me, Ryan, and her, and I believe a guest. I will confirm that we'll either confirm it Friday or Saturday, or she'll confirm it Friday. We'll make sure. I'll be sure to ask her about midget psychic who is on the run from. Apparently, he's a small man. Oh, that's bad, dude. Dad joke. Dad joke. Any water near the. You guys are still going. But yeah, this should be a good one. She's got a lot of ideas, and then we're gonna sit down. I got to sit her down. I like to start it before we go to Unity and start doing stuff on Rumble, that R word, and then we're gonna do Unity, and that is November 2nd and 3rd. That's a Saturday and a Sunday. And that should be a good time. So if you're there, look us up. Hopefully I can go. I'll be there. I plan on it somehow or another. Let's see what else. That's it. Remember her books. Remember, if you can donate, that's always help. Please. Yeah, that's how she's surviving right now. So, but the writing gig will help. And that's about it. And I'll probably tell the rundown later. Yeah. Excuse me, I got the hiccups. And I guess we'll get to talking. Now, Ryan, you guys were on there talking about Rogaroos. It's a pretty good conversation, dude. I always do like them. I do like listening in. I don't talk a whole lot in their chat because they get a good conversation going. I'm sorry, but that was funny. Ryan is a hoot, man. Yeah, be prepared for dad jokes. You'd think he was a dad with the jokes. I'm freezing up again. Not me, but the. So, anything else going on this week, folks? Anything good? Anything we need to know about? Anybody doing a really good stream that we should know about? Don't forget to tip the waitress money. Yeah, definitely dad jokes. That's fun. Yeah, I don't know. You don't go too far, Ryan. Or leave me on the background or something because I got a couple stories coming up that you might be interested in. So, we're on a long field, but I'm picking up something else. I'm going to be quiet now because something else isn't right. I tried to go to bed early. It didn't work. Nightmare, you're just like everybody else here. How you doing, Nightmare? Are you well? Are you trying to sleep, huh? No, I'm sure if you hang out long enough, you'll eventually pass out. So you're good. Yeah, I've done that too. One night, what was it, last week when I wasn't the 1 week I wasn't feeling good, I tried to go to bed at 8 o'clock. I mean, that's like super early for me. It was a nightmare. I mean, if I dozed off, I woke up rocking across the floor, rocking the bed. So and that was up like every 15 minutes. It was a nightmare. I said, just screw it, and sat down and read. And just one question: someone here in the military? I don't know. Is there anybody here in the military? A couple more wrenches, and we'll have enough of a set to do some work. Yeah, really. Latra, that reminds me. I need to make sure that Gemma gives a couple of you folks wrenches. Yeah, I was going to try to cash early. Probably won't happen, though. I made the mistake of giving Duke pepperoni. The rest of peace, my nostrils. That's right. Our dog's been real bad. I think he's been hanging around with my dad too long. They're both walking gas machines, man. Have to change a part. Actually, you're just going to go to the bathroom. Get to work, Mike. Quit playing around, man. Behold, Mr. Behold is fiddling around the job, man. But yeah, I'm going to get into it here. Well, we can just do this all night because I'm kind of enjoying myself, but I will get to telling stories. Here. I like to stretch them out because I really don't have that many. And it's like Gemma's replays. I'm afraid I'm going way back because I don't want to just do her whole catalog, but because you can go through 2 videos, and we've been going through 2 videos a night of hers uploads. I call them uploads. I don't know, Black Dragon. I don't know where he's at. Bless his heart. Simplify, man. But he is in the service. He is in the military. That is true. It was. Is he still in the military? My dad always says you never really leave. I was for a short period, was stationed at Fort Campbell. Oh, then my dad was stationed there too. But I had to, at one point, but I had a experience there, so left. Can't say anything more. All good, dude. Who? Black Dragon. He's in the military. Or it was in the military. I thought he was retired. Ron, were you? So it is you. So it is. Dun, dun, dun. Spill it. Shelly, spill it all. This could get interesting. Huh? But yeah, see, she's going to do that listener encounters. She did her trucker stories last week, Monday, and I loved those. I had to go back and watch it because I missed like a little bit of it, so I had to go back and rewatch it. No, but I say I love stories like that. It's what I go when we were running around in the day. I loved listening to people tell their stories. Well, then again, I am a good listener. I'm not a very good talker, but I'm a hell of a listener. Speaking of a military along the field. Now all we need is New England to come back, wake up, and come back in and get the old. What does he use? He used a pendulum. I'll be listening. I'm remaking my bed. My dad and Puff go around all the time because Puff goes in there and tears up his bed. It's hilarious, and he gets mad. He does the same thing. Oh, you're good, dude. Man, we're going. I may not even tell stories. I may wait. I don't want to give them all away because then I don't know what I'm going to do in the next weeks. I've just been like last week. I just kind of went with the flow with you guys. That's really what it's about. I call it spooky time because Daniel and I can tell stories, or you guys can actually give me encounters that you've had. So, man, do what you want, Mr. Ryan. I will probably see you sometime. You better stop in Friday night when you get a chance. Gemma get mad at you. You don't want to get in that shank out, man. Put that Michael Myers mask on. You better watch out. So I'll do a little jersey for it. Put one mask on, put a wig on, put her new fur boots on. You're in trouble, dude. I hope people saw that in Facebook. Those boots were pretty cool. I should have asked if she'd becoming a fur baby. A Furby. My dog likes to take this part of the bed out of the middle. Sideways. Or sideways. That's funny. This dog of ours, he's so weird. I shouldn't say. He's your typical dog. He lays around all day and then he just runs from room to room all night. Now he won't come in and sleep with me because I rock. He won't get in bed with me because he knows he'll just get knocked right out of the bed. Okay, this baby is for at least 30 minutes. There you go. So you got 30 minutes to screwing around. That's funny. That stuff up. But I'll tell you what. I love our animals. That's why I have frogs. I'm getting ready to do my new tank, so that's going to be the next project. My next personal project is setting them up a whole new tank. I want to get some newts to put in with them. Oh, I know. You have to be vigilant. Just the same. You need to get a pair of those glasses with the mirrors on the side and everything. Or go buy a bunch of those little mini cams you can buy now and stick them around the job. That way you can just sit on your phone and watch. Nitro, I had one. I can't read. I can't talk. Latro, I had one would stretch out and knock me out of bed Yeah, you get that. Pup's so short though. He's got these stubby little legs. But Dad and I only have single beds. So it's funny to watch this dog try to climb into his bed with that guy. And then that Dad acts like he's bugging him, bugging the dog. It's the most mostly sound. Okay. Shelly got me spooked. You might be surprised, Ron. She does that. Like I said, she had this whole chat hopping one oracle night. All kinds of weird stuff happened that night. There's a couple of them in here like that, Ron, that their gifts are really starting to cruise. Sometimes I think Shelly kind of gets a little excited with them, though. She acts too fast. But she'll learn. She's learning. But Shelly, things come at you real fast, don't they? I mean, when you have this stuff going on, it's boom, 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 right? You need to learn to slow it down. That takes time and practice. I'm not a good, hey, Mike, none of us are. Okay, I'm going to have my cigarette, and I don't get one until later, if I have one before bed. It's been a weird week. I know, Shelly. And I'll tell you what, me getting sick, see, that's another thing. When I'm down for 2 weeks like I was, it was literally one problem after another. It affects everything. It's like a chain reaction. So even if I have to leave the house, it is a nightmare. It's like everything knows I'm weak. The problem is a lot of times they don't see me, but it's just like it double folds to seeing things. Here's one, was it? I believe it was Saturday. I was out running around. I come home, did a lot of work. I went out with friends last Saturday. Twins, in fact. And we go out. We go to one place, and it was pretty dull. And then we got a call from friends saying, come over here. So we have a place down the road from here. Friends of mine from high school, their family owns a bar, and they've just passed it down throughout the generation. So we go there and get half drinks, half prices on drinks and stuff like that. And we're down there, we're having a good time. I didn't stay out too late, so about 11:30, we started heading out to the parking lot and gabbing and stuff, because it's only like 10-minute drive from there, unless we stop and grab a bite to eat or get munchies. Sometimes I'll grab munchies to come home with. And I don't go out too often, so I had a few extra drinks. And we get here, we're all standing out front talking. And it's about 12, and it was a little after midnight. I'm out front talking. And one of the twins, his sister, goes, what is that? And I go, what is what? And she goes, down there by the entrance of the cemetery. And it looked like somebody was standing there. And as I looked, I go, oh, that's just a mailbox. Because it's just shadows. It's just the way it looked. Oh, that's probably the mailbox. It's a big old sucker. And so we just kind of knocked it off and started talking. And then my son came out, said hi to him. Sister is really cute. So he was kind of, she's a little younger, they're a little younger than me. And the twin brother was giving him a hard time about it. So he goes back inside. I'm saying goodnight to them. They get in their car and they leave. I go to walk into the house and I look back down to the entrance of the cemetery. And I noticed that it does look like something is standing there. So we have a light at the end of, you go down out our front door and down the stairs. I have a lamp that you have to literally turn on and off. So I turned it off because I turned it on just before night. And then when I turned it off, well, I turned it off so I could see better because of the light. And there was somebody standing down there. And I'm going, Can I help you? And I didn't want to be too loud because it's late night and we were already a little tipsy. We were a little loud. I was surprised somebody did come and yell us. I think that's why Giles came out. Anyways, and nobody answered. But there was definitely somebody standing there. So I started walking toward it. And as I walked toward it, it seemed to walk backwards into the cemetery, into the darkness. And it was just a dark figure. I couldn't make out if it was a man or a woman. It was just, like a silhouette. But it definitely, when it moved back, it was definitely walking backwards. I see leg. So as I'm getting closer, I didn't think nothing of it because, I see this stuff all the time. Sometimes I don't think nothing of it. I said, okay. And then it just kind of disappeared. And I went, okay. I don't see too much down in that cemetery too much anymore. I don't know if it's because I just kind of shut myself because I've lived beside it for so many years or what. Turn around, come back, start walking back to the house. Now you got to remember, I'm 3 houses away from the cemetery. Not very big spaces. Probably, I don't know, maybe 15 feet, 20 feet from the entrance. So I'm going back, maybe even a little bit more, maybe about 20 feet. So I'm going back to the house, kind of watching over my shoulder because it gave me kind of the creeps because it obviously looked like somebody was standing there. Because we get a lot of people that, vagrants that walk up and down the river to look for places to camp. Sometimes they come up on the streets and look for open car doors, take change. So I figured that's what it was as I was walking back to the house. I bet you that's what it was because once you get in so far in that cemetery, it gets dark. The only light is down by the maintenance shop. And then there's one way in the corner, and then there's a row of apartments on the other side that don't get off a whole lot. But once you start going back toward the center or back into the entrance driveway, you go back so far, you almost disappear. And so I just kind of hightailed it to the house and started moving a little faster. I turn, I get up on the step, and I get up on the main part of the porch in front of the door, and I turn around and look down the cemetery. And I decided, well, I'll turn the light back on. Right before I turned the light back on, that thing was standing there again. This time I booked. I ran as hard as I could. It's pretty fun to watch me run. And by the time I got to the entrance, it was gone. And it didn't move where I was running at it. It just stood there and watched me. It was like watching me run. It never moved. And I'm like, okay. Where this time when I turned around and went to walk back, it said, Stephen, stop it. And I kind of went, and it didn't sound like a voice because my mom is buried down there and my brother. So I'm like, but it didn't sound like either one of them. So I pick up my pace and I heard it again. Stephen, you need to stop it. Stop what? And that's what I said. And when I turned around, I'm gone. I don't know what I'm supposed to stop. Hey, Cam Cakes. How you doing, sweetie? Yeah, most people do listen while they're going to bed. That's all good, hon. But yeah, and that hasn't happened in a while because I've had my name called down there before even my mom passed and was buried down there. So, we would, and Ryan was on the DA, I can never say it, DA earlier tonight. And they were actually talking about names being called, and it kind of remembered that. And then I remember what happened Saturday because I got to admit I was a little tipsy, but I know I was hearing. But it was almost the same voice that called me when I was younger down there. I would hear it a couple of times, especially after I had my incident down there. Yeah, Ex Machina. Thank you, Ryan. I always just say, thank you. Yeah. And see, I don't only hear my name being called in the forest. I've heard it called in the cemetery. I've actually heard my name called in the grocery store. And it said Stephen Lee Davis. I never found where it came from. It freaked me out for a bit. Like, who knows me in here? Did you mention Skinwalker? It came through as stream of a ranch area. Where'd we get Skinwalker? Now, I've never heard. Now, these are for this. I don't think this is something else that calls my name because I've heard it a bunch of times. Now, the time in the forest when that thing was calling my name, that wasn't good. That thing, It wasn't good, but I stood my ground with it. Now, it's funny because I have a friend, and this is the other kind I was going to talk about, because watching them earlier tonight made me think of some good stuff. I had a friend, they had called me. It was probably about 92, 93, 1992, 1993. And I had was still working up in Anza, and he calls, said him and his wife moved into his house. And said, oh, really? He goes, you got a new house? He goes, yeah. Oh, cool. He goes, I need you to come over and kind of look at the place. Or you or Thomas, because he knew Thomas. And I'm like, hey, what's up? He goes, we've been here about a month now. We want to have a party, but there's some strange stuff going on here. You know, they were going to have a housewarming party. Because we're afraid to have one because there's some weird stuff going on. I want you to come check it out because I know you're the weird guy of the group. I'm like, thanks. Because either you, because he only said Thomas because he knows Thomas. So I said, okay, yeah, I'll come over and check it out and give me a check to see you in the house. I get over there. He had moved into a place just a little east of campus, old home. It looked like the people that owned it before him started renovations and he was finishing up. It was actually almost done. Nice looking place. Big old Victorian house. Nice and roomy. And it's just up too. And I think that place had like 4 bedrooms, actually 5, and a huge attic, this huge basement. But not a very big property, but it was like sitting on a corner lot. I mean, it was prime, but the area wasn't very, let's just say, upstanding. But this is times. But he got the house for a really good price. And so I go over. It's nice. You go in, big, open, like door area. And then you go to the door area, entryway, and then big old living room. And off to the left is another room, like a library, had a bunch of shelves. It was nice. And then the old wooden steps that led upstairs with a balcony that went around one side. You guys are still going at it. I'm going to keep talking. Anyways, so I get in there, I go over, and it's nice. I'm like, holy crap, this is nice. She's doing. He goes, yeah, and actually the person that owned this before us had almost all the work done. I mean, they were so close to finishing. And when we asked about it, they said, well, there was some stuff going on that made them nervous. So they decided to sell. I mean, they were honest with him. The guy goes, well, I figured there was stuff going on. I figured they were just having, the only thing that wasn't finished was like plumbing. They were plumbing problems and electrical problems. They just kept happening and happening. Every time they fixed it, it would go down again. Same thing with the Trump plumbing. And then some other stuff. So he's like, just come over, just walk around and tell me what you think, what you feel. I go, it's not as simple as that. Let's just hang out and talk. And he goes, well, his wife goes, well, why don't you just make dinner? Have a sit down, we'll have dinner and stuff. So we're eating dinner. And I hear banging, which sounds like pipes banging. I figured, oh, yeah, there's a plumbing problem. This is going to take some money. And I'm walking around checking out because I used to work for an apartment complex, maintenance man and all that stuff at one point. I'm up there checking out stuff, looking around, trying to figure out what's banging's coming from. Well, I'm realizing it's coming from the attic. So I go up in the attic, and there's no pipes up there. Actually, there's one heater vent that goes up and one cold air duct, on the other side. So, and it wasn't, they were old. And the place was empty. It looked like the guy had just finished restoring it. I mean, the paint everything looked like brand new. But it got real quiet as soon as I got up on the top of the steps. It got super quiet in the house. I mean, everything. I mean, you could hear a pin drop. And they're standing at the bottom of the steps because you go up the steps and then you go up another steps to go to the attic. And I look down at them and they're like, what the heck? What's wrong? And I go, listen. And they look at each other. We don't hear nothing. I go, that's the point. You don't hear nothing. You couldn't hear the traffic outside. You couldn't hear nothing. I go, something's not right here. So I go back down the stairs. We shut the door. and we just kind of hang out for a while. I'm sitting there just rapping with him, and it sounds like somebody's coming down the stairs. And she freaks. I don't know how. I didn't see it, but she said a guy came down those stairs, looked her right in the face, turned around, went around the corner. I'm going, I didn't see that. He goes, dude, it was right there. You guys didn't see it. I go, I didn't see it. And usually I'm the one seeing that stuff. And I'm like, holy crap. And then nothing. She got up, she walked around, looked around, and she said all of a sudden she felt she was okay. Okay, so I hung out for a while, and then things seemed to quiet down. I mean, we were hearing stuff like stuff being moved around, and stuff like that, piddly stuff that could actually be explained by anything. So I didn't make big fuss about it, but you could hear stuff being moved. You could hear footsteps. So I'm like, okay. So I leave. I think I stayed till like 11 o'clock, and I left. That next morning, I get a phone call. And he goes, my wife wants to sell the house. I go, why? She said this guy stood at the bottom of our bed the whole night and was mumbling to her. I'm going, I didn't pick up anything because I don't know, but she's freaking out. And so they want to sell the house again. So they decide they're going to leave. And I'm like, this is wow. I go, why didn't I pick any of this up? Sometimes you do, sometimes you don't. So he asked me to come back over and to bring Thomas. Well, I go over with Thomas. He blesses the house. And he asked Sarah to give him a couple days and see what happens. So he went around, blessed the house, did his thing. We leave. I don't hear nothing for like 3 days. Nothing from him. So I call and check on him. He goes, well, we've been living in a hotel. I don't know what he did to our house, but it was like all hell broke loose. She won't go anything. And he goes, the thing is, I'm not seeing anything. He goes, I don't see nothing, but whatever it is, it does not like her. It doesn't like Sarah at all. So we're going to resell the house and put it back on the market. I'm like, dude, so they sold the house. I was like, I kept telling Thomas, this is like something out of a horror movie. But they wouldn't, other than what you would hear, what I heard when I was there that night, it was just like footsteps. Sorry, 1 second. Anyways, knocks and bumps and stuff like that. But this was an old house. Even though they were remodeling it, it was pretty much done. There was, I didn't get a vibe from it. And it was weird. But that night, all I heard was like, regular house, like creaks and stuff. But there were times it sounded like somebody was walking across the stairs, upstairs, in front of the bedroom doors. There was a time it sounded like somebody was in the kitchen moving stuff. And we're all sitting there talking. There were times it sounded like somebody was knocking on the door. Because I remember that time when that happened, I said, don't answer the door. Look to see if there's somebody there first. And when he looked, he said, nobody's there. And I said, do not open the door. Just walk away. And that happened twice that night. Other than that, it was like nothing major. But whatever it was, it did not like her. Man, when I finally got to talk to her, he said this thing would pull her hair at night, pull her legs. I said, it didn't follow you when you left. She goes, no, I haven't had any problems since we left the house. Do you suppose the short people get excited and pump their heads? You guys are on a whole different ball game. This is why I don't do this. This is why I just let you guys do your thing on these nights. See, you're killing. Argument so horrible, everything went right over their head. But to watch them, you guys are talking about other stuff. You guys are killing me. That's funny. I dated him. Actually, if you could talk that, when I lived over in the apartments where I had my demon, there was a midget I don't like calling a small person. She didn't mind being called that, but she was a stripper. She was a pretty famous midget stripper, I guess, around here. I was like, "Are you serious?" She goes, "Yeah." She had her own little special mobile and everything. She was a character. Yeah, it was. You could tell she'd been through a lot. I mumbled that on purpose. Yeah, I'm doing pretty good. I've been, I every so often I have a couple bad weeks, but I'm still waiting for test results that I may have to retake. But other than that, I'm good. I feel good. A little coffee, but a lot of that has to do with the talking. That's why I get the hacking and coughing. It's not as much as a cigarette as it's just talking. Hello, dear Cindy Lee. How are you? I enjoyed the story. Well, thank you, Cindy. Yeah, pretty basic. I'm watching these. It's hard to tell stories when you see the chat going, especially when they're talking about midgets. You guys are killing me. Yeah, she was a midget stripper. Yeah, and she gave me her card, but I don't even think I have it anymore. Yeah, apparently she was really big here. Her logo was a shamrock, which I guess she dressed up like a. Um, yeah, I don't even want to talk about it, but she looked like she had been through a lot. When I last saw her, she didn't look good. I mean, I'm pretty sure she uses, so she was kind of messed up the night. A couple times that I met her out in the parking lot, somebody was always picking her up and stuff. Cindy, I hope you're having a good time, and I hope you're having a good week. Got to respect midgets. Hey, man, people make fun of them. They're people too, man. They're people too, man. Be nice, Brian. You better be nice. You're gonna sick those midget skinwalkers and Wendigos at you, and you're gonna be in trouble. You're not gonna have no cheaters or peanut M&Ms after all. Ghost, can you write a book on your experience? Actually, I would like to, Ron. Um, just like most people, my experiences started when I was really young. Um, and I try to spread them out so I don't make a big deal about these nights. Um, I think once Gemma gets settled in, I'm gonna have Gemma write it. I just can't sit still long enough. I mean, you should see me do research, dude. When I was doing research for folks for Telegram and stuff and other YouTubers, um, you would really freak out. I'd go to the library, and the librarian would often have to tell me to chill out because I'd be all over the place. I'm in a constant state of motion, and it's hard. These shows and when I stream and with Gemma and everybody, it's interesting because this is probably the few times you guys get to actually, if anybody gets to see me sit. Considering I'm going nuts sitting here the whole time. And by Friday nights, by the time we're done Friday nights, oh, my body's screaming. That's why a lot of times by the end of the night I look serious. It's because I'm ready to get up and go run. And my body's freaking out. You're right. But, well, and they make the fun of it, but I mean, you know what I'm saying. Hey, man, I went and watched midget bowling, so I can't say anything. And that was hilarious. They were having a blast, but it was not good. It was pretty rough. I felt bad afterwards, but it was hilarious, and everybody was having a good time. So I've been here for a while. I just didn't. Oh, you're fine, Cindy. Thank you. I'll probably tell another one here in a little bit. And now they're making fun of this. While I was telling my story, it was hard to tell the story because we kept watching chat. I blame Ryan, so I want to warn Gemma that Ryan's going to talk about midgets and stuff in chat while we're trying to be all serious. That's all right. It's funny. Yeah, and then The midget bowling thing was hilarious. They used to have a dwarf tossing. Yeah, well, basically what midget bowling is, they have slip and slides with pins at the bottom, and they slide them down. They throw them down and slide down. Oh my God, it's hilarious. They were laughing, having a blast. A couple of them were pretty drunk. Actually, here, Ron, I'm kind of just doing this right now because I'm going to be here tomorrow night with Pixie, then Friday night with Gemma, and then midnight with you folks to do Gemma's replay. Now, there is some things coming up, Ron, that I do want to do that I'm hoping I can record because I got a camera now and everything. I want to do some. I got a friend that wants to go out with me, do some exploring in some areas around here that I always used to talk about as a kid, like the cemetery down here and the river down here. The old Tangy River they used to use as a, like a, they used to run rafts up and down it to horse and raft down it to haul goods and stuff in the day. And it's all Indian ground. I've heard stuff down there when I've been fishing. Other people say they haven't, but I've also had other people tell me they've heard stuff down along the riverbed. You hear Indians, which sounds like chanting. I've heard horses. We've heard wagons. It's weird, but it's at night. We were down there fishing one day, and it did sound like about 3 or 4 wagons coming at us. And that's what it sounded like, horses and wagons. I mean, you could hear it sounded like more than one. And you could hear it get closer and closer. And this is like about 2 o'clock in the afternoon. And the highway is literally on the other side of the river. And we could still hear it over the highway. It was creepy, but cool. Because we stood there, we're fishing. We're standing in the middle of the river. And it was pretty wild. I decided to take my life back. There you go, good girl. And live each day making memories. There you go. That's the way it should be. Think. Yes, it does, hon. Yes, it does. Believe me, I know. Okay, Mike, be safe. Don't get too crazy with those machines. Good girl. Yeah, I knew it was coming for you. Honey, it takes a long time, honey. I know it is hard. But yes, you finally have gone through what I went through about 12 years ago, 13 years ago. Ghost, don't mess with those native lands. Oh, it's right on the river. I mean, this was all mound people area. All I think Blackfoot, Crow, been through here, through this whole town. But yeah, I mean, there's Indian caverns all along the river. Land changes over hundreds of years. Actually, that's what opened up and flooded a whole quarry right next to the highway. They were digging up rock and stuff to use for the highway right beside the highway. And they hit an Indian cabin and it flooded it. There's still dump trucks down there. I have found some pots, a bunch of arrowheads. I've also found musket balls. Kid down the street here now takes his metal detector down to the river. I'm thinking about getting one. Stuff would probably fine. But yeah, I found pieces of clay pot, all kinds of stuff. Old bottles, but a lot of tons of arrowheads. Guy was fishing one day and Lily pulled a cow's head out, and it's like there's no cows around here. So it was like it wasn't preserved. I mean, it was a skull, but you could tell it was old. It had been there. It had moss and everything growing over it for years. It was kind of cool. He was pretty proud to find. But yeah, that cold land. Oh yeah. I mean, I know that in this neighborhood alone, they destroyed 2 mounds building this neighborhood. This used to be all farmland, the Davis farmland, in fact. And I wish I was related to him, but I tell people in the neighborhood we are relations of the Davises. It's just it's funny. Anyways, I just do it to be fun. But I know for a fact, according to what I've seen and heard, there were 2 large mounds just in this neighborhood alone that they destroyed building this neighborhood, which kind of bums me out. So, well, no wonder why weird stuff goes on around here. My brother can still use. Oh, I'm always praying for him, Cindy. I pray for your whole family, Lotuses. I have a whole list of people, honey. I never stop. One prayer is just not enough. Even afterwards, keep praying. Lucky my brother William Nighthawk isn't here. He'd yell at you for taking arrowheads. And we actually would give them to the historical center if they were cool ones. I've got 2 of them put away, and yeah, I'd go take them. I'm proud of those things. It's like I found a piece of history. You know, a lot of people don't realize that live here don't realize how old and how much activity has been in this area alone for hundreds of years. I know you're talking about those guys. Yeah, I want to have a couple of those guys on, Ryan. So please take names, talk to them, and see if they'll come on. I would love to have Nighthawk on. In fact, I think Gemma, you brought him up before, and Gemma was like, "Yeah, let's get him on." So yeah, if you can get him to come on, that would be awesome. I'm surprised Jared hasn't stopped in. Crazy Indian. Jared's always cool too. Came back, had to make sure the insert wasn't worn. There you go. So far, so good. Tribes come up. There were the area in the Shawnee and the Kippoo, the Iroquois. Yep. So he knows them. He does better than I do. That's, like I said, that's one thing I needed to work on. I'm starting to work on it now. I always just kind of grouped them into one. I knew certain things, and that was it. But I know this whole land's been traveled and traveled and traveled. But yeah, and I do believe across the main street up here in the neighborhood, they leveled a mound just right beside the railroad tracks. And then on the other side of the railroad track, there's like some buildings, but there's a big bunch of forest and a pond and a huge pond. And it's a natural pond. It's not a man-made one. And in that group of trees, there is a small mound in there. And I'm pretty sure that's a mound for sure. And I've seen it twice, but it's hard to get back there. It's just so overgrown. And it's a killer to get to it, but there's it's a small one. I'm pretty sure there's probably another one back there. A couple areas in my stuff that were found where they dug up Grandpa's basement using horses. Wow. Energy transfer is a big belief in the spiritual. Yes, I believe that too, Ryan. If someone bad held the arrowheads, the energy could transfer to you. Actually, I've never had any problems with them. I've had them ever since I was probably about 15, 16 years old. But most stuff now I do leave. When we were digging up the mound for summer school up in Delaware, up in Orange County, they were putting a fire station in and they actually leveled the mound. But they let the historical center come in and excavate it. And they were having us kids come in and help. And it was nice. And it was nice to learn the process and everything. And I found all kinds of good stuff. And all went to the historical center. But they couldn't leave it there. But yeah, I wonder how those guys did, because there was a mound, I believe, from what the guy told me, and this was a while ago, just about a mile to west of where the one we excavated. The farmer had one scraped out, and he had actually found human remains. But they didn't talk much about it when I asked questions about it. But like I said, so many years ago. So it's interesting to know what happened to those. I hope they did the proper thing and put them back. I have to read the white type. Sometimes I don't know why I'm even in premium. Well, I get on YouTube in case I need to post something. I should be dropping links for the for her cash up, because donations are important, folks. Make sure you hit that like, and make sure, please leave a comment afterwards, good or bad. Be respectful. If you got something bad to say it. But yeah, we need those comments. We need those likes. So please make sure you hit those. If you're having a good time, that's fine. If you don't, at least hit the thumbs down. Still counts. Here we go. Do my job here. There you go, folks. That's the best way to donate for Gemma. We need to keep the channel running. She has tons of ideas that she is going to finally start implementing, which is nice. 7 out of 10 mounds are single mounds most of the time. Really? I know a lot of the ones I've dug in or put around that we've stumbled across, a lot of it seems to be like trash. Like they're trash. Which I thought was cool. They at least buried it. Everybody's typing this terrible. It's paganism, Ron. Haven't heard gospel. Yeah, and I even wrote it down again for her, Mike. So I will make sure she does that one and gets into that. Okay. Yeah, I wrote it down too. I went back and rewatched the stream because I didn't get to see all of it since I was at the eye doctors with Dad. I got to see the beginning a little bit and the end of a little bit. It was hard to talk to anybody because I hate typing on my phone. The Iroquois believe similar. They also believe Sasquatch, Nikinchi Seb, and all the bangers of truth and honesty. Bringers of truth and honesty. Yeah, I can read. Me read good. You go, Ryan. See, this is why you come back during Tuesday talk. Now, Ryan, you don't have to worry about us doing like a Thursday show during time that I'm going to keep. When Pixie doesn't stream on Thursday, I'm keeping those free nights for me, since I'll be streaming Tuesday, Wednesday, every Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. So I'm going to keep the non-Pixie nights for me. Garbage pits are all over. Yeah. Old clamshells. Yeah. I was finding all kinds of. We dug up. It looked like a. We weren't sure if it was a mound, but it was like flat land, and there was this little hump. We were like, well, it's private property. I mean, they can't yell at us because we have permission to be here. In fact, the guy was standing right there. He goes, yeah, go ahead and dig into it, see what's in there. So we started digging. We were finding just broken pots, clamshells, all kinds of little beads. Took us about 3 days. We didn't get, I mean, it wasn't much. Animal bones. Looked like turkey bones. Stuff like that. That's what we figured it was a trash pit. It's kind of cool to go through it, though. Yeah, I'm going to probably call it an early night. I'm going to get up and do some things. Because I like to take the long nights on Saturday. I don't do much on Sundays. I try not to, at least until the afternoon. What time we got going? Oh, it's 1:30. Yeah. I'll probably call it soon. I'm trying to make the story stretch. And I enjoy watching you guys chat it up. Cindy, if you're still out there, I want you to have a wonderful night if I don't get to say goodnight to you. Good. Good. I ain't leaving yet, but I am here soon. Go to Flint Ridge, Ohio. Most tribes travel to. Yes, I've been there. Didn't there a park there? I think I went with one of my daughter's Girl Scout troops to Flint Ridge, Ohio. It was pretty cool. All kinds of Flint. Yeah. Good night. Yeah, I think I'll call it 1:30. Like I said, I try to stop this between 1:30 and 2. Yeah. I think we did. I think we actually camped there. Me and the ex and the girls were both they were in a Girl Scout tribe. And they had like a little village out there too, where they did all kinds of neat stuff. But yeah, I was like amazed by the place. Because if you go up to I don't know if you knew this, Chris, but up from me it's about a 20-minute drive, not even that. You got their higher caverns that are up a ways, but the High Banks Park, and they found one of those sea camps there, a couple of them. But the really cool thing is there's like in the middle of the park, there's a creek, and there's like a bunch of cliffs and stuff. You wouldn't think so when you pull into the park, but on the one side, it ain't nothing but slate, just layers and layers of slate. It's kind of cool. There's like 3 areas like that, and it's like, wow, it's pretty cool to see how it's all layered in. You can go digging around in the creeks that it's around, and the cool rocks that you find. Of course, I don't take anything because they don't like it when you take stuff out of the park, but we found some cool stuff. Yeah, I think I'm going to have Gemma get into all that stuff because Mike was talking about it. He said a couple things that really kind of pique her head. So you're going to have some good topics coming up soon. Like I said, I'm pretty sure we're having a guest Tuesday. Now, Pixie's here tomorrow night at 8. Gemma's here Friday night. I always tell people try to show up about 7. She'll start anywhere between 7 and 7:15, depending on how things go. Just try to get your name on by 9:30. I only say that. She still takes people sometimes, but it all depends on what's going on with the board. Then I'll be here Saturday night at midnight. Monday at 11. She's got a listener encounters, I think 17 or 18 coming out. I believe it's 18. Excuse me. Then Tuesday talk at 1 o'clock on Tuesday. I believe we're going to have a guest, but I'm sure we'll confirm everything either Friday or Saturday, most likely Friday when she's here. And then I'll make sure everything's a go Saturday. I'll be here Saturday night for Gemma's replay. And folks, if you guys went through her catalog and want to watch something, put it in the comments and I'll play that one. We're back to averaging 2 videos a night, uploads a night. So come enjoy, relax, watch some old Gemma. Some of these have been pretty old, like 3 years old. It's interesting to watch how she's changed. Plus, it's nice to talk about some of those topics again. Some of those topics haven't been. And I'm thinking about doing some of her true crime stuff and missing person stuff. And if you guys want me to do that stuff too, some of those older videos, let me know and I'll start replaying some of those. Okay. See what else. Cindy, you have a wonderful night. You ever need anything, please, like I said, just leave me a message on Messenger. Okay. And then she's got all kinds. We may have a guest, like I said, on Tuesday. So that'll be fun with me, her, and Ron, and hopefully a guest. I believe it's a psychic. If I remember right, but we'll have to wait and see. I think next Wednesday I will do some hardcore stuff. If everybody comes in about midnight, I start about midnight. I start the story. I'm going to start the stories about 12:30. Sometimes I tell one. I let you guys go. But like I said, I don't make, now that Wednesday and getting up and everything and doing all the other streams, I try to take it to 1:30 or 2. But if you guys want to hear the stories, you got to tell me. We just talk. I don't care. You guys do a little bit of everything. I just go with the flow. Hey, Vixen, I'm getting ready to sign off too, sweetie. You come back. Hope to see you during the week. Vixie will be here tomorrow night at 8. I know you like to catch her. So, thanks. Yeah, you know you can yell anytime, Cindy. So, there we go. So, one more time, please donate and help the channel. We are trying to get it to grow. And this is where she's living right now, so it's a big deal for her. Plus, she loves the sport. She loves you guys to death. I mean, do what you can. If you can't do anything, that's fine too. But she's got books. Check out her books. For those who are watching in the background, I appreciate everybody ghosting, hanging out in chat, chatting with me tonight. Means a lot. Hope to see you guys Saturday night for GEMMA'S replay. We can get going in there too, and I don't rush off as bad. I wasn't feeling the last one. I wasn't feeling good. I guess I've gone over 6 times. Folks, you have a wonderful night. Have a good Thursday afternoon. Once again, I hope to see you guys here tomorrow night for Miss Pixie at 8. Please be well. Be safe. I love the fact you guys come and hang out and chat and have a good time. And like I said, all those who've been ghosting and just enjoying and relaxing, thank you. I hope you enjoyed your snack or beverage, like I always say in the Facebook. Please, everybody, have a wonderful night. Have a wonderful morning. And I'll see you